Hey guys, Sean from NxtStep here, back with another product review video, and today what we're going to take a look at is the web-based product called Zencastr. So for those that aren't familiar, and our podcasters out there maybe more so than others, Zencastr is a web-based tool for recording podcast episodes. So let's take a closer look relative to the NxtStep product system. So the first step in the NxtStep product system is all about the market. And the outcome of the market phase of our system is all about identifying the problem that we are looking to solve. So what problem does the Zencastr web-based product solve? So for those of us that have attempted to record podcast episodes before, you may or may not be familiar, but it's particularly challenging to record high quality audio and to be able to do so with relative ease of use. Zencastr sets out to combine these two challenges and offer a solution to both of them simultaneously. So let's take a first look at the Zencastr website to find out more about their market. Alright, so here we have the website available for you, zencastr.com. This is the homepage, and as you can see on here, there's two things mentioned under high fidelity podcasting. I'm going to draw specific attention to the phrase, record your remote interviews in studio quality, and then simply send a link and receive a separate track per guest. So as I mentioned before, there's tools out there for relative ease of use when it comes to recording podcasts, and there's tools also out there for recording high quality audio, but there aren't a lot out there that combine the two of these options, and that's what Zencastr is specifically looking to do, and as you can see based on these two phrases that are immediately in the front of the homepage. Keep in mind something we've talked about before regarding the best way to achieve product success is by not trying to reinvent the wheel or not trying to come up with something that is radically new. The best, most successful products are improvements upon existing ways to do things. I think Zencastr is employing that philosophy here rather effectively. So the second phase of the NxtStep product system is all about validating the product idea. So what is the Zencastr product idea? Well, we've already identified from the market phase of the problem we're trying to solve, because we're trying to combine the ease of use with high quality audio recording capability. So the product itself is available in a web application format where you can log in with credentials and have access to a dashboard that gives you all the controls you need as though you're running your own podcast studio. Then you can add guests rather simply by creating links and sharing them with your audience members. It is relatively easy to use. I've used it personally, and it makes things pretty simple for the end user, specifically your guests, where time is of the essence and you're trying to offer them the most convenient option possible. You can simply share with them a link, they can click on it, and they're basically immediately in your show. So let's take a closer look with how they're trying to communicate what their product idea is on their website. Alright, so if we come back to the homepage and we start scrolling down, we start talking about some of the features that the Zencastr product offers. There's some quote testimonials here, but particular for me, as far as communicating the product idea, it's done best through this explainer video. So if you come on their website here and you click this explainer video, they get into immediately talking about how the product works and why it's unique. And the third phase of the NxtStep product system is all about the product itself. So how do they achieve this product idea? Well, I described already that it's a web-based application, and to access it, you just need credentials. You can go and you can sign up and create an account. And then when logged in, you've got a relatively straightforward control panel there, which enables you to create new shows, to list them, to archive them. From within the show, you get a link that you can share. And then when you're in the actual show itself, you can see both yourself, other guests that are going to be attending and participating. You've got buttons there for starting recordings and changing all kinds of settings relative to the specific type of criteria that's important for you and your show, which may include something like audio quality, input devices, and things like that. So let's take a closer look at the product and some of its features. Alright, so as I mentioned, Zencastr is a web-based application. If I go and click on Dashboard, it's going to log me in. And here I've got a straightforward interface in which I can do a number of things. So I've got a button here that's the most obvious for creating my new episode, and I've got two other options here for connecting my Zencastr account to different storage solutions, whether they be Dropbox or Google Drive, to store my recorded episodes. And then I can also add credit hours for anything that I may want to pay for outside of what comes available on the free tier. So if I come in here and I click Create New Episode, go ahead and give it a relatively straightforward name, click Create, and then it opens up another component from within the Zencastr product. Gives me the ability to do a couple of things. As you can see here, the audio signature is bouncing because it's actually recording me right now from within the product. I've got a start recording button. I've got an invite button. I can come in here and I get a link to my show. I can copy that and include that on a calendar invite. Click recording. I can also change some options here, choose my audio device, and change for all different types of settings and save those. Another cool feature that they have here in the product is a timeline footnote. This is helpful for anyone who's recorded a podcast before. I'm sure you'd be familiar. This gives you the ability to talk about adding notes for specific timestamps where you've talked about something specifically, and then those can be made available for your show notes, which is included, and it's relatively helpful for people that are listening to your podcast episodes. So how does Zencastr make money? What is their revenue model? So Zencastr employs the relatively common freemium model, in that you can use their product to a certain extent for free unless you need their certain paid features. So they place restrictions around certain things, and that may be how many recording hours you can actually get per month, how many guests you can have on your episode, and some levels of quality when it comes to how you're recording your actual episodes. They have two paid tiers. The first one lifts the restrictions on the number of guests you can have and how much time you can record, and then some post-production capabilities. And then the second level tier gives you the ability to be able to create multiple shows, add some kind of analytics component to it as well. And so what are some of the limitations of the Zencastr product? Essentially, what things could they possibly do better? So to me, I don't know whether or not their freemium model, and in particular the paid tiers in which they would be requiring you to upgrade, is strong enough for the Zencastr product. I've used it myself. Other people I know use it as well, and they have a tendency to flip back and forth between using the product for free and then occasionally paying for it. I haven't had the need to upgrade to pay for the Zencastr product yet, but I haven't used it as much as some others have as well. Some people swear by it, and some people go back and forth. So one thing I take a closer look at is whether or not the paid features for the Zencastr product are strong enough to require people to upgrade when they need those. And secondly, another challenge I've seen with the Zencastr product are some technical difficulties. While using it before, sometimes it hasn't worked for me, and in other instances, it's randomly dropped my guests. So there may or may not be some technical challenges with the product itself as well. Having said that, the Zencastr product has been pretty successful and is well on their way to product market fit, in my opinion. I would keep an eye out for them, and if you haven't used the product before, I'd give it a shot, and let me know what you think. So that's our product review video for the Zencastr product. If you guys have any questions about this product or any other products you'd like to see us review, please let me know. Thanks for watching our video, guys, and keep disrupting.